Bing, bing, bing.
You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the...
What's inside Donald Trump's head? Get everything you need to protest the felon-in-chief, including books, pins, hats, stickers, and more at ProfessorPry.com. Welcome inside Donald Trump's head. It's a very scary place here, but don't worry, I'm not a woman, and I'm over the age of 13 years old, so I should be fine. I wanted to come here because so many of us think there's nothing here, that this is just a vast wasteland between his ears. And while there's not much here, what's going on is way more evil than you might realize. Most Trump supporters are white men. That's not really surprising. It's very white here, with little ketchup stains splattered on the wall every so often. But racially, his audience is way more diverse than you might have assumed. 3% of his fans are black. In 1973, the Department of Justice sued Trump for discrimination after they found out Trump's corporate policy instructed all employees to not allow anyone to rent to black tenants. And he had his employees mark rental applications on the top with the letter C, standing for colored, even long after the civil rights movement. In 1991, Trump was asked about his financial accountants for a book called Trumped by John O'Donnell. And Donald said, quote,
"I've got black guys counting my money. I hate it. I think the guy's lazy, and it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks."
In the 2000s, producers and celebrity contestants on his show, The Apprentice, all said Donald Trump used the N-word to describe them on multiple occasions behind the scenes, and even proposed the idea to NBC to have an entire season of the show of black versus white contestants. But unbelievably, 10% of Trump's audience are Hispanic. From day one of his campaign, Trump called Mexicans rapists, murderers, and some are good people. He had dozens of policies to deport Hispanic people who sometimes came to the US completely legally. Not to mention he said Hispanic countries are shitholes, saying, quote,
"Those shitholes send us to people they don't want."
And pushed the narrative that Hispanics and black people were eating dogs and cats in Ohio. While 55% of male voters cast their ballots for Trump in 2024, 46% of women voters did too. But inside of this vast wasteland between his ears, we heard him in a 2005 interview say,
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the...
in 2013, while filming his show The Apprentice, he told a woman on the show, quote, "It must be a pretty picture, you dropping to your knees." Even when he was talking about one of his fiercest supporters on Fox News, Megyn Kelly, Trump said, quote, "You can see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever." But Trump supporters are very old, too. 56% of those above the age of 50 voted for Trump in 2024, yet Trump signed into law the big beautiful bill last July that will harm seniors. It required 60-year-old people who are not old enough yet to get Medicaid at 65 years old to work 80 hours per month to be eligible for basic health care. But if your employer fires you right before you retire so that you're not eligible for retirement benefits, which happens to over 28% of longtime employees across the US, you're stuck without any health insurance until you turn 65. Trump also cut SNAP benefits, which offered assistance to over 11 million seniors to buy basic groceries. That's not to mention Trump fired many of the staff members working in the Social Security office to get seniors their money for retirement. He cut eligibility for seniors who paid into Social Security, so they won't ever see a penny back from the program they paid into their whole life. And he upped the amount rich people get in return for Social Security, which is depleting the amount the Social Security office has in their bank account for everyone else. In 2024, a majority of his voters had a high school education or less, but 54% of those with an associate's degree or some college voted for him too. But inside of this vast wasteland, we found records of him in 2016 at a Nevada Republican caucus saying, quote,
We won with highly educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
In December 2025, Trump was speaking at a golf course in Bedminster, New Jersey, and said, quote,
Smart people don't like me, you know, and they don't like what we talk about.
But most of his supporters never had the education to turn that phrase around and realize he was calling them stupid. Shockingly, most Trump supporters live in suburban towns, and only 36% live in rural communities. A majority of those towns rely heavily on federal money to pay for everything, from their hospitals, schools, and even roadways. But last year, Trump cut funding for all of it, and those hospitals, schools, and road crews are just now running out of money. So those rural communities are having to drive for hours to be seen by a doctor. Those suburban communities are having to close schools, but more closures are to come because Trump signed an executive order to completely dismantle the Department of Education. And 42,000 bridges across the U.S. remain structurally deficient and in poor condition. Over half of Trump voters are Protestant, 22% are Catholic, and 64% of them go to church at least once a month. But Trump mocks Jesus with AI images of himself. He wants to fight a war with the Pope, who leads the Catholic Church, and in 2013, he lashed out at evangelical church leaders for not being loyal enough to him. Oh, and the first commandment of the Bible tells Christians to not have any other gods before the one true God. But just this week, Trump unveiled a golden statue of himself outside of his Doral golf resort, where his fans were seen praying to the statue of Donald Trump. Some of the hardest fan bases to understand here in this vast white wasteland are the immigrants and LGBTQ. Out of all of the immigrants who have settled in this country and came here the legal way, 50% of them voted for Trump compared to 48% for Democrats. And since Trump is targeting anyone with an accent or anyone who isn't white, Trump is literally trying to deport the people who voted for him. But most shockingly of all to me was finding lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning people supporting Donald Trump here in this wasteland. In fact, out of all of the votes cast by LGBTQ people in the last election, 13% of them were for Trump. But as of this taping, Trump has signed into law or executive order 546 policies discriminating against LGBTQ people. Not only has Trump said repeatedly over the years that in his opinion, gay people should never be allowed to marry.
I'm against gay marriage. I am not in favor of gay marriage.
Gay marriage.
I am traditional. I am for traditional.
Are you saying that if you become president, you might try to appoint justices to overrule the decision on same-sex marriage?
I would strongly consider that, yes.
He fiercely opposes the Equality Act, insults gay people all the time, even in recorded interviews, and argued in the court that the law should not protect LGBTQ people in workplaces, healthcare, or housing. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that after the Pulse nightclub shooting on June 12, 2016, when a homophobic man killed 49 LGBTQ people and injured dozens more in Orlando, Florida, Trump responded to the tragedy saying, quote, "Appreciate the congrats," which, in this vast wasteland between his ears, might be his way of congratulating the shooter. Even if you're a fierce supporter of Trump or a member of his team, it doesn't mean he actually likes you. We can point to many examples here in this wasteland, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, Pam Bondi, and even his former vice president, Mike Pence, who Trump nearly had his audience hang in Washington, D.C. during his first term in office. So I guess Donald Trump doesn't like anyone besides himself and money. But after searching this vast wasteland for a long, long time, there was one group of people Trump has never said a bad word about in his life. As far back as 1992, A child was going up an escalator while visiting Trump Tower in New York. Trump was there filming a scene for Entertainment Tonight when he was recorded asking the young girl,
"Are you going up the escalator?"
The young girl then replied, "Yeah." Then Trump reportedly turned to the Entertainment Tonight film crew and said on camera,
"I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?"
In December of that same year, a youth choir was singing Christmas carols outside of the Plaza Hotel in New York City when Donald Trump suddenly showed up. Keep in mind, this was not his hotel, and he had no reason to be there, but he reportedly only showed up for this youth choir singing outside and then left. But when he was there, multiple choir members and parents swear Trump asked two of the girls how old they were. After they responded they were 14, Trump said,
"Wow, just think, in a couple of years I'll be dating you."
And as recently as November 2024, long after Epstein went away, after he was elected president for the second time, Trump was on his golf course driving by in his custom golf cart when he stopped in front of a preteen girl and said, quote,
"I want her hair. Can I buy your hair? I'll pay you millions for that."
which is just weird no matter the context. So I guess if you're a 8-year-old girl, Donald Trump likes you. But if you're anyone else in the world, Trump doesn't care at all about you. I personally don't think Trump is dumb, but he certainly plays dumb on occasion for his customers to buy something. With that said, you need to understand, inside of this vast white wasteland between his orange ears, if you look past the ketchup stains on the walls from when he gets angry and throws ketchup packets at his cabinet members, and you look past the jerking off dance moves, you'd realize his head is filled with hatred for everyone, including his own supporters. Everyone besides preteen little girls.
Powered by rainbows, the learning never stops. So be sure to subscribe or check out our shop. Much love and rain.